me now Representative Mark Green from Tennessee's 7th District. Now, we have a lot to cover here, Representative Green. What's going on with Homeland Security, with Alejandro Mayorkas? That is actually a factor in what is happening in Israel. They are connected by an open border and threats to our nation. But first to that statement by the Prime Minister, and I've got to just be as straightforward as I can with my audience, with you and with everyone. I don't buy Anthony Blinken's contrition, stories of his family in Auschwitz and Dachau and other stories of the Holocaust, when the very policies that he supports with Iran, with Palestine, with this administration and leading the State Department, supports the very people that are enemies carrying out these atrocities.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Iran and Hamas, they don't want a two-state solution. They want the total destruction of Israel. You look at the heinous actions that happen. If you're apologizing for those guys, you're one of them. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that, people who rape and murder little kids and shoot the videos and send it on their cell phones to their mothers are anything but subhuman. And the fact that we're sending billions of dollars, they haven't rescinded the $6 billion. Granted, it hadn't been transferred, but just say it ain't coming. These people, they cannot appreciate who the bad guys are and who the good guys are, and it's disturbing. And I hope the people of America see this and recognize that we need a Republican vision for America, not this woke insanity that's in Washington right now in the administration.
So. And of course, with a military background, I think it's also appropriate to bring that into this. What's your assessment of the situation right now?
It is what Israel faces going into Hamas is into Gaza is the hardest kind of, military fight there is. Dense urban terrain is absolutely, when we plan to assault a buildup or what we call a mount site, a military or a city, you look at 3 times the casualties as you would in a normal attack if you were attacking a defensive position on a hilltop, for example. So it is, and this place is a beehive, and it's going to be challenging. But Israel has incredible resources. They called up 300,000 reservists. They have their own active force, which is well over 100,000, and they're going to go in there and hopefully kill every one of these Hamas terrorists. And so, but it is going to be incredibly challenging, and there will be lots of casualties.
Yeah, I don't want to draw parallels in this sense, but there are some elements of this that go back to even World War II, when you have to clean out an entire cave system, or in this case, a tunnel system, island hopping in the Pacific, for example. I think about the battle for Iwo Jima, embedded in those caves. And again, all across the Pacific. Now you have a tunnel system. I look at Iraq and what we had to do to clear cities like Haditha, which was a fight primarily for the Marine Corps, who went in there and had to clear what was once one of the most dangerous cities and engagements in Iraq. This doesn't have, to go along with what you said, this has a very dark future, and it's not going to be good even for the population.
No, that's right. There will be collateral damage, but I'm not sure Israel has any other option at this point. They can't sustain these kinds of. If you just do nothing, then you're consigning yourself to this for years to come. And so you have to go in and fight, and it's just going to be hard, and it's going to cost lives, both good guys and bad guys, and there will be some collateral damage. You can't get away with that. I mean, look, the United States firebombed Dresden during total war. And this is total war. I mean, these people came over and beheaded little children. So this is total war. And it's something we haven't seen. It's as if we've gotten immune to what real war is like because we do these, 30-day engagements. But this is the brutality of total war. And it is tragic and it is unfortunate. And we had hoped that we could get past it in history, but history always seems to repeat itself when good people forget about these things. And unfortunately, that's what's happened with the woke left. And they judge Israel with a different set of lenses. They judge our own nation with a different set of lenses. And it's not it's historically inaccurate. So this is total war. This is World War II in a sense, and it's time for Israel to go and win it.